What's so cool about that recipe is it's so perfect for the festive season. And at a time when we're all celebrating that festive season with all kinds of delicious feasts and treats, homegrown quality pet food brands, Boss and Petley's, are encouraging families to set a special place for their four-legged friends too. We were chatting to Tanya Morgan, Managing Director of ProMeal, about how to spoil your loved ones, especially those four-legged loved ones of yours, especially during this festive season. So welcome to our live, Tanya.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So let's begin. Now, one of the things that I always find is a lot of families like to travel, and the saddest thing is that they can sometimes not take their pets along with them. So you've got some advice for us on what to do when our pets are having to stay at home.
I think the most important thing is to make sure that if you're getting a house sitter, make sure that the pets have acclimatized to him or her before they arrive.
Okay.
Make sure that you've left the vet books all there. Make sure that there's some toys for them to play with. Make sure that you're stocked up with enough food and that the pet sitter has got instructions as to how to walk them and look after them, or otherwise make sure that you've put them into a decent kennel or hotel, because these days they have quite a few of those.
So cool. Little cameras, you can check them out on your phones, watch your pet as they're enjoying their freedom. And then if you are one of those families perhaps who does want to take pets along on a holiday with you, do you have tips for us?
Yeah, I think the important thing is if your pet is not used to the car, and most doggy families are, you know, they take their pets along with them most of the time, but make sure your pet has acclimatized itself to being in the car.
Okay.
Make sure that you never leave the pet in the car. If you're getting out of the car, that's a very important thing.
Even if you leave the windows down?
I hate the thought of leaving them in there, but if the windows are down, no more than a couple of minutes, but generally take them with you. Make sure you've got a lead. Make sure you've got water, fresh water, and don't try and feed them food in the car. Better not to do that.
And you might end up with a little bit of decoration in the back seat.
Yeah, and try and choose pet-friendly spots to stop at on the way.
Stunning. So my father last year got his third son, he calls him. It was his four-legged friend who's now become more important than both my brother and I. And he asked us over the Christmas period, like, do I plan to bring home some gifts for the dog? And I thought that was crazy until I realized actually how cool it can be as a gifting opportunity. So Petley's and Boss have partnered up to bring some cool gifts for stockings.
Yeah, we've never, I mean, very seldom do you see anything on the shelves that are seasonal for pets. And so we thought, well, why not, you know, bring out a couple of really nutritious meals that are convenient for people, especially when everyone's running around buying Christmas presents. And so we've got a range of limited edition nutritious meals under the Petley's label for cats and for dogs. And we've got a dog dish under the Boss label as well. So very handy to have in a Christmas stocking for your furry kids.
It's lovely for those furry kids who perhaps have families that can afford gifts like that. But what about those poor dogs who end up in shelters or have been abandoned or end up in homes? Apparently you guys are also trying to help out there.
Yeah, so we generally give back a lot. We're not one of those traditional, the companies that spend a lot of money on doing traditional advertising. Most of the money we plough back into giving back. And so this season, again, same as last season, we've donated a lot of food to animal welfares around the country. And we'd like to challenge, actually, the viewers, because we in the past, we've generally just done a lot ourselves. And I think we'd like to harness the energy of giving back through all the viewers watching today. So we'd like to challenge them to maybe donate even just one can to an animal shelter close to them.
That's a good challenge to put forward. So if you want to spread the festive love, then you can visit at Petley ZA and at Boss Dog Food for more information on how you can help feed a furry friend in need this festive season. And I really do urge all of you to donate in any way that you can. And recently, our very own Clem had the chance to join Tanya at an animal shelter and spread some festive love and treats. So take a look.
Not all of man's best friends have a home over the festive season. So I'm here at Dog Adoption Center to find out why, to get my hands a little messy, and thanks to Boss and Petley's, to be part of a huge surprise.
For all our furry and four-legged friends, Santa Paws has an extra special treat with Boss and Petley's pet food. Not only is it nutritious, it can also extend kindness to pets who need it most, as Tanya Morgan explains.
Thank you so much for inviting me here today. So I totally understand how important it is to give back, being a dog owner myself. So I love being here. Now, I've heard that Petley's and Boss have a campaign that they're running right now.
Yeah, we're very excited. We've been running a chef campaign on Petley's with chefs like yourself to educate consumers on the nutritional values of Petley's. Most people don't realize that there's superior products on the shelves. They think all cans are equal, and Petley's is very special. It's probably the best recipe on the shelves at the moment for cats and for dogs. It's packed with meat and gently cooked to keep all the nutrition in. And we felt that it was important to bring something special to pet owners so that they could treat their furry kids with something nutritious over the festive season. So there's a lovely, hearty, natural lamb in gravy for the dogs, and we've got a pilchards and a salmon dish for cats.
So the reason I'm here today is about this huge surprise. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we're really excited. We give back a lot, and this year we've brought the limited edition range to dog in Hout Bay, and we'd like to challenge all other pet owners. Over the festive season, where mostly people often sadly neglect their pets, to encourage them to give to animal welfares in their area, and to also make sure that they treat their furry kids over the festive season.
So I'm going to leave you with China while I go meet up with Faustina before the big surprise.
Great, thanks.
Dog in the Western Cape provides sanctuary for rescued animals in their extensive cat garden, as well as indoor and outdoor kennel facilities, and they offer rehabilitation, care and love as a pro-life, non-profit organization.
Faustina, who is this beautiful dog?
This is Dash. She's one of our senior dogs. We're all very, very attached to her and fond of her. Yeah.
So we always hear of animals and specifically pets being abandoned over the festive season. Is this a problem?
It is. It's a huge problem. Unfortunately, a lot of people go away on vacation. They do leave their pets with somebody else who often leaves the gate open. So we do see an influx of animals coming in that are lost. And often, actually, even worse than that, people leave their animals alone, unattended. So they don't have access to water, food, even shelter, which is horrific.
So what can I and our viewers at home do to help you and make a difference?
We don't receive any government assistance whatsoever. We rely 100% on support from members of the public. So monetary donations, we always have vet bills. We have some 300 animals in our care, and we also do extensive initiative programs with our lower income communities in Hout Bay, Hangberg and Imazamietu. So yes, donations are always appreciated, and we have lots of animals that need to be fed. And then, of course, volunteering. We encourage young children to come in, give our animals some love. We also have dog walking orientations, which means then individuals can walk our dogs on and off property. And just, yeah, treats. Our dogs love bones, our cats love treats.
This is my friend Tanya from Boss and Petley's.
Hi there, Tanya.
Lovely to meet you. Boss and Petley's would like to thank you for all the hard work that you do during the year, and we've donated some cans that are highly nutritious so that your dogs and cats can enjoy the nutritious food during the festive season.
Wow, that's fantastic. We have a lot of hungry mouths to feed, so this is so appreciated. Hey Dash, are you happy?
And Clem, we'd like to ask the viewers out there to pass on this act of kindness and feel the cheer over this Christmas season and make a donation to dog or any of the animal welfares in their area.
It's been an amazing day and even greater to be part of such an awesome initiative, especially something that's so close to my heart.
Give the gift of love to your pets as well as those in shelter by taking up the Boss and Petley's Festive Season Challenge and spread the spirit of care to our furry friends.
Petley's gourmet meaty meals, prepared with the same passion, care and process as you would for your own family.
Such beautiful work that they're doing. Listen, on our social media sites at the moment, we're asking you whether we're doing enough to combat rape culture in South Africa after our chat with Dr. Ngola. And some of the comments that came through, two stood out for me. One from Lunat, who says, no, we don't do enough. And remember that guys are being raped too. Just an interesting viewpoint and perspective on that. And Bali Radebe says, no, we are not doing enough. We're just spreading the word that is sometimes falling on deaf ears. I think that that's an important part. We're speaking a lot about it, but is enough change happening? Those are the big questions. Otherwise, the consensus is absolutely we're not doing enough. This needs to continue into the whole year, not just for 16 days. Now, after the break on the show, we're back with more from our special guest for the day, Dr. Phumla Ngola.
You could win daily cash and airtime prizes or a Toyota RAV4 when you enter the hashtag WayBetterTogether competition. Buy a 1 kilogram classic custard and a 1 litre crush together, have the barcodes from both products and the till slip in hand, and dial *120*5676# and follow the prompts. T's and C's apply, and full competition details can be found on clover.co.za.